arguably the strongest heroes of the franchise, and unlike most of the other characters in Sonic, these guys actually fought against Infinite, and they all got totally destroyed. But I'm not going to get into all that right now. So, let's ask one question. Who is the faster one in this matchup? So to start with the slowest and get that right out the way, Silver. Silver is way slower than the other hedgehogs, shown in Sonic 06 where he was super slow. Now, I heard that Silver was supposed to be fast just like Sonic and the other characters, but in Team Sonic Racing, they hinted at Silver not being as fast as Sonic and Shadow, because while Sonic and Shadow were speed types, Silver was a technique type. So, I think Sega wants Silver to be the slow hedgehog. Next we got Shadow and Sonic. Who is faster between both of these characters? And both of these characters are kinda really confusing to find out who is faster. Like in Sonic Battle, it's stated that Shadow can run faster than Sonic thanks to his hover shoes, but then we skip to Sonic Chronicles and then Sonic is saying, bro, you can try to run, but it ain't gonna help you. I'm way faster than you. And Shadow doesn't even argue with Sonic, he just agrees. But then we go to Sonic Generations, and then the character bios say that Shadow and Sonic are identical in speed. So it's really confusing. But thanks to the events of Sonic Chronicles, I do have to say that Sonic should be faster than Shadow. See, it wouldn't make much sense for Tails to be surprised when Infinite dodged Sonic if there were other characters faster than Sonic, or if I could say this, even close to Sonic's speed. Tails acted like this was the first time this ever happened, meaning that Sonic has to be faster than Shadow, and by a huge margin. It just makes more sense for the series, and especially because Shadow agreeing that Sonic is faster than him in Sonic Chronicles. In fact, Sonic is so much faster than Shadow that Shadow barely even had an attempt of running away. I mean, he did try to run away, but Sonic caught Shadow super easily. So Shadow was okay, I'll just fight him, whatever. So, I think Sonic is faster than the rest of the hedgehogs. So, in the speed category, it looks like Sonic wins this, and he gets 3 points. Shadow gets 2, and Silver gets 1. And by the way, the person with the most points by the end of this fight wins. Next, we need to talk about Chaos Control. Now, all of these hedgehogs have some control over Chaos Control, especially Shadow. His abilities he can do with this are quite diverse and powerful, like Chaos Spears, which is basically an energy-based attack where he sends piercing spears of chaos energy that he can alter to how powerful or big he wants them to be. Now, there is something that Sonic, Shadow, and Silver all share with Chaos Control, and it's the ability to transport. With it, and I don't know if Silver can do this or not, but Sonic and Shadow can stop time and transport things to themselves. I'm pretty sure that Shadow can use Chaos powers better than Sonic, but Sonic was able to do a good job with Chaos Energy, while Silver had some understanding of Chaos Control, but Sonic and Shadow are definitely a lot better at it than Silver. And with Shadow being the best in this field, the points are Sonic with 5, Shadow with 5, and Silver with 2. Next, who has better abilities that don't count on Chaos Control? Now, Shadow doesn't have any abilities outside of using things with Chaos Control. However, Shadow was shown to use Chaos Control in Sonic Forces without the help of a Chaos Emerald. Now, but the only thing was he was shown to do without the Chaos Emerald was the teleportation and time stop, which is a very limited skill tree compared to what he normally could do with a Chaos Emerald. So Shadow can fly thanks to his rocket boots, and that's about it without the Chaos Emerald. Next we got Silver, and he has very powerful telekinesis abilities when he can use to pick up things that are way heavier than him, like a gigantic pile of trash he summoned in Sonic Generations. Silver can also create supersonic energy waves that can shoot and has a wide range. It's quite powerful. He can shoot the ability in horizontal and vertical ways, and he can use the telekinesis ability at the same time he uses his energy slices, which can make some impressive combinations. Other than that, Silver doesn't really have some impressive wealth of techniques, but the ones he does have he can use for some great feats, and it's a really great technique and ability. Last but finally not least, we got Sonic. Sonic doesn't have too many powers as well. Sonic mainly relies on his spin dash techniques, and he uses speed to make himself stronger. He has things like the Insta Shield, where he can block anything for an instant. He has things like the Boost, which makes a shield of some sort, where he can actually boost back against other energy beams and attacks. He has the Homing attack, and for the life of me, I can't remember the name of this technique, but it's kind of like the Flying Raijin technique from Naruto. But it's basically Sonic throws a ring, and Sonic can basically lock onto that ring whenever he needs to. It's kind of like the light speed dash, but I don't really know if that would count. But this isn't all of these guys' techniques, of course. They have more than the ones I listed, but these are just the ones they use most often. Now, with that being said, Shadow's power mainly comes from the Chaos Emeralds. Now, I'm not saying he is weak without the Chaos Emeralds, because Shadow is really strong, but what I'm saying is that in terms of abilities, without Chaos Emeralds, Shadow doesn't have too much. So, the points for this section are Sonic with 7 points, Shadow with 6, and Silver with 5. Next, we got who is better at coping under stressful situations. Now, Shadow, I'm gonna be 100% straight with him. Shadow does not know how to cope with things. Like, just because he was confused a bit, he wanted to destroy the entire Earth, break all his bonds with his friends, just for something as simple as finding out about who he truly is. Shadow tends to lose control just as something confuses him. Now, you may be saying, but Swordburn, he was questioning his existence, so of course he would go a bit over the edge. Well, if we're talking in regards of Shadow, yes he would, but no one else would do this. See, Silver basically lived in nothing but burning ash his whole life. He had a horrible life, especially having to deal with the constant stress and fear of Iblis, so then Silver thinks he found out the person who caused all of his suffering, so he goes to hunt them down, and when he eventually finds out that Sonic isn't the Iblis trigger, it takes a bit of time for Silver to accept it, but he eventually does. It doesn't take long for him to accept it. And as much as I wanted to give this section to Silver, as him being the one with the strongest willpower, Sonic is actually the best in this regard. Like, in Sonic Forces, Sonic got tortured for 6 months, and Sonic wasn't a stumbling wreck. Sonic was just really mad, evident in when Sonic just completely started beating up Zavik with a flurry of punches and kicks. Okay, maybe that wasn't the best example of Sonic feeling stress, but it's just a moment I thought was really cool. But anyway, if you want to know his best willpower moment, it's when Sonic took Dark Gaia energy without turning evil. Sonic thought it was because of Chip, but Chip told Sonic it was because of who Sonic was that he was able to resist the effects of Dark Gaia. So, Sonic is the strongest willed out of them all. So the list is Sonic with 10, Shadow with 7, and Silver with 7. Next we got who is better at hand-to-hand combat, Shadow, Sonic, or Silver. Now Shadow is mainly a hand-to-hand combatant. He usually doesn't use Spin Dash, so Shadow basically mainly relies on his fist. Sonic, on the other hand, he doesn't usually use his fist, but he did create a fighting style where he incorporates breakdancing. But like I said, he doesn't use his fist. Silver doesn't know how to use hand-to-hand combat that well. He kinda does, but it's nowhere near as good as Shadow. And we haven't seen him doing too much in the ways of hand-to-hand combat. So for this time, the list is Sonic with 11, Shadow with 10, and Silver with 8. Next, but finally not least, who did better against Infinite? Now, this is kind of confusing. Now, it should be simple. All 3 of these hedgehogs fought Infinite, but the thing that makes it confusing was they fought Infinite at different times. Like, Shadow fought Infinite when they first appeared, Sonic fought Infinite when the Phantom Ruby was finally complete, and then Silver fought Infinite 6 months later after Infinite fought Sonic. So I do have to preference this by saying just because one did better than the other doesn't make them particularly stronger. So yeah. Now, Shadow fought Infinite before the Phantom Ruby was fully powered up, but Shadow still got totally destroyed while Infinite was just toying around with Shadow. Well, not even being at full power, in fact. Silver got toyed around with, but the Phantom Ruby was at full power. But, again, Silver got wrecked as well, and this was Infinite not even using his illusions, but he did use his illusions on Shadow. So to say who is stronger is kinda super confusing, because Shadow fought a weakened Infinite while Silver fought a full-powered Infinite. I do have to say though, Silver did do a better job against Infinite just because the Phantom Ruby was at full power and Shadow only got to fight Infinite when he wasn't at his full power. And we only seen a bit of the Silver fight, so we can't really say if Infinite was using his illusions. It kind of seemed like the fight was just getting started, but again, I am not 100% sure on when the fight was starting or not. But then you realize Sonic fought Infinite while Infinite had his full-powered Phantom Ruby and used physical and illusion-based attacks against Sonic, and Sonic was actually able to push Infinite a bit. So Sonic clearly did a lot better than Shadow and Silver in their fight against Infinite, and Sonic even was going really great against a weakened Infinite after the whole Sun incident. So I think that's just more fuel to the flame, like providing that Infinite in this battle was like probably as strong as he was when he first fought Shadow, and since Infinite was weakened and I think kind of mad in this fight, I don't think Infinite was holding back in this fight because his weakened state is a lot weaker than his full powered state. But yeah, like I said, Sonic did better than Shadow and Silver in this fight. So the final score is Sonic with a staggering of 14 points, Shadow with 11, and Silver with 11 as well. Now, even though Shadow and Silver had the same amount of points, I still think Shadow is stronger than Silver and is a great rival to Sonic and can push Sonic to his limits. Silver, on the other hand, probably couldn't. The only reason why Silver has an edge and is on the same point scale as Shadow is because of his ability to cope with things. But other than that, Silver probably would have been a lot lower if he didn't have that mental stability that he has. And Silver honestly probably could not push Sonic too much of his limits, so yeah. The final list for this is Silver at number 3, Shadow at number 2, and Sonic at number 1. But what about their super forms? Who would win if they had their super forms? Well, my friends, get this video to 10 likes. I'm sick of being a sellout. Get this video to 1 like, guys. 1 like. Oh my gosh, I couldn't get my video to. But not the point. Get this video to 1 like, and I will make a stick fight episode about who would win in their super forms. But it always comes that time of day when I have to say, bye!